Hello again, and thank you for joining Jeff and Jenny's Classic Restorations. Today, I'm going to do probably, I don't think I'll be able to get it all completely stripped down today, but we're doing the Piaggio Ciao again. We got the engine out last week. I'm filming this little bit today. Hopefully we can get it stripped down today. If not, I'll be carrying on. I'm back to work for 3 days, and I'll try and get it done. I'm only off for 3 again next week, so I've got to go and see my uncle. He's ill again in hospital, so I'll just get a little bit done this week, and then the video will just carry on, and I'll probably finish off one of the days in the week. So we'll get going today, carry on stripping this Ciao down, and then get down to the frame. I can start working and de-rusting it and getting that painted, as I say, before winter comes. So the rest of it can all be done probably in the shed. But anyway, let's get on and start on the Piaggio Ciao. Right, so I'm going to carry on stripping down, not in any particular order. I'm not really sure what would be the best way, but what I'm going to try and do, this is the rear brake cable. There's a join with the here which needs to be redone for the rear light. So really, apart from this one, there's nothing connecting the rear wheel with the rest of it. So my plan is to be able to pull this wire through, and eventually I can get the handlebars off and just pull the whole thing through and sort the handlebars out separately. We know all the cables are good. So this is both 11s, would you believe, 11 mils. So hopefully this will release a cable which allows me to pull it through. Let's see. As you can see here, this oil has been dripping down here, which obviously I think it is that seal, quite readily available, so not a problem. We can get that'll be later on. Just as I say, we just try and get this red painted really before winter. So hopefully this cable will come through, but I'm not sure the way this is done. I'm not sure, it's a bit of a weird one. Yeah, okay, it might come through. Just come through up here. Just move you up just a little bit. Yeah, right. There's just a little that goes on, and hopefully this will come through. Yeah, there we go. Right, okay, so really that's the rear is disconnected. Just the chain the other side, which we'll have a go at in a second. Right, there's I think I showed you last week, there's a chain adjuster here, which I've loosened the other side off, and that just tensions it. So now that should give us a loose chain, so that should come off. Look at the back here, there we are. And I think that's nice and easy for a change, isn't it? So that can do with a clean, but it's not too bad. So really, since doing that, the rear wheel should actually come off. So we'll come back round the other side and see if we can get the rear wheel off, and then we get the rest of the mud guards off at the back. Right, well, there's 2 nuts here to the other side, or bolts, which holds the wheel on. So let's see how these come off. Right. Well, it's tight, that's good, I suppose. And I'll take the other 2 out the other side. So I'll be back to you, just get these loosened off. They're out, and the wheel's just dropped, so I'm not going to be able to pull it out because of the mud guard. So first time I'm going to try this. It's supposed to be to allow the wheel to drop through, so let's see what happens. There we go, how about that? That's good, isn't it? Yeah, right. There we are. Good, well, that gives me access to all the bolts for the mud guard. Right, well, so that part of the mud guard is part of the frame, so we're going to take the chrome bit off now. There's a 10mm nut up there which screws into the frame there. We've got 2 here, 2 there, and that should lift the frame number plate and everything off. So I'll get on, do those, and then hopefully we'll get that off. Right, well, I've carried on a bit here. I had to get the spring out. This is the holds this saddle section in. So I'm hoping that I just need to undo these two, and then that whole lot will just lift off. So hoping. So let's just try these final two. I think it's going to be too small. We need a 10 for that. One and two. Right. There we go. Somehow this comes through. Take this out. There we go. Bit of a weird one. Nuts here. There we are. Right. Okay. Yep, there was a nut the other side of that one underneath there. Right, okay, so I can now get to this bolt here, which should get this mudguard off. Right, so there we are, that's finally out. We'll just pull this wire through for a minute for the rear light. Slip that out there. There we go. All right. So now we're just down to the frame. Just finished today off. I'll be back again next week. We'll get the front sorted out. There's Jenny going mad with the postman. I'm just going to take the pedal shaft out. So I believe that's a spacer there. So I'll just loosen that off a bit, this trotter pin. And hopefully we can tap that through without damaging these. Let's get a hammer. There we go. Bit more. Let me answer the phone, I'll be back. That was the wife again trying to find something else for me to do. But anyway, just get back to this. Right, so that should come out now, I hope. Yeah. I'll just tap that through. Nearly. Go. So that's that one off. I don't know if it is a spacer or not, but never mind, that one's off. I'll do the other side. So that's out the other side. We can just hopefully knock that through now. There's the spacer. There we go. And then the sprocket. Right, okay. Well, as I say, we'll leave it for that today. I probably will take them out. You can buy new bushes, but they're probably okay. But I'll try and get them out. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it as that. We'll come back next week, even though it's the same video, and then I'll get the front stripped down, and we can get all this cleaned and start the process of sanding down. Right, sorry, you got Jenny up here going mad. Postman's coming, I think. Anyway, back now, following week from what you just last seen. I'm just going to remove this. This is the what would you call it? Bag hook, I suppose. So. Yeah, Jenny, it's okay. God. So we just take that out there. That's that. And pull that off. Put that back on later. There we go. Alright, let's keep that together. So all the cables are now loose. I'm not going to go too mad on this because everything is actually fairly good condition and we know it all works, all the cables are good. So I will be taking the headlight off and we'll be polishing up some of this slightly pitted handlebar here. But I think what I'll do now, which that means we can just get the steering off, which is actually releasing the headlight as well, actually. So, okay, I think that's it. So let's give that a quick tap. Whether this will come out or not, let's see. This is going to be easier said than done, isn't it? Right, so that should come off, hopefully. Anyway, bear with me. So I'll just get this off. I'll probably have to loosen this as well. Right, I've brought the frame outside now. It's just giving me a little bit more room. I've tried WD-40 down there, heating it. Tried loosening this bolt a little bit. That just won't loosen. So at the moment I'm stuck with that. I am going to have to get that out at some stage. Jenny's given up. She's gone into the shed now to get over it. So I think what I'm going to try and do now is take the wheels off, which then allows me to get the mud guard off, and I'm hoping I may be able to get, I'm not sure what's underneath, but I'm hoping I might be able to get through that way. But at least what I have to do, if that doesn't work, is, well, as I say, get the wheel off, try and see what's under there, and then I can try and clamp the forks, and then see if I can get it loosened that way. So I'm going to get the wheel off now, and then get the mud guard off and see what's underneath. So let's carry on with that. Right, these are 17mm nuts, so oh well, that's quite loose. That didn't take any work, did it? And the other one. That's a bit tighter. There we go. Right, so let's get these out. I think they just drop out, I think. Let's see. So again, there we go. Right, that's easy enough, isn't it? Now, get the mud guard off, and then I'll see if I can get up inside that way. Just a couple of bolts down there, and it must be, and there's one, oh, two there. Right, so I'll get those off, and I can see if I can get in underneath. Right, well, that has allowed me to get to that little hole there. I have tried bashing it downwards, but of course the little wedge thing is in the way. So I've sprayed it with WD-40 down there, and I will try and get a little bit more on the top later, and I might have to just leave it for today, and I will carry on and finally get that off. But it's pretty much stripped down now. I just got to take these myself. But anyway, I think that would do for today. It's just it's taken me ages. Everything's been fairly simple with this one, but it's always something, isn't it? So I'll carry on and just get this done, and then try and get some of this sanded back, this frame, and then we can get that done as quick as possible. Still need to get this, I'm not sure what to do with this stand. It should have circlips each side, but looking at it, someone has kind of not used circlips and spread the bar out. So that may, I'm not sure what to do with that one, but we'll come back to that. Anyway, let me let this soak for a day or so, and then hopefully this will come out, and then I can just get on and start sanding down. Well, I'm back again. As you know me, I just can't just give up, but I have in the end. I tried and tried, and then the little bolt that holds that in that got damaged. So I've bitten the bullet. I hope I've got the right one. It's for a Piaggio Ciao. It might be a later one, but I've got a new handlebar coming, which will save me having to kind of sort all this lower. It's not too bad anyway, but I'm hoping all that will just transfer over to the new one. So at least now, without damaging the bearings, which fine, I can now just concentrate and get this out without having to damage anything else. So so that's off. Still got to sort the stand out, but hopefully now we can get to sanding all this down and get this painted before winter. Well, that's it for another episode. Absolute nightmare, that fork, well, the handlebars. So I've cut that off now. Still got mold grips on, putting the vise, still cannot get it out at the moment. So I've WD forked it. I'm going to leave it for a day or so. Hopefully that will loosen it off. But it makes it life a lot easier now, just dealing with the fork rather than the whole bike. So I'll carry on working on that get that off eventually. So hopefully the new handlebars will fit. It says for its Piaggio Ciao. They look slightly different, but I'm just hoping it's a sort of generic one that'll be okay. But anyway, sorry we didn't really get to plan on that one. There's always something. Everything else has been quite good on it. But so until the next time, you take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.